Hi guys, and welcome back to Mower Repair. Once again, we're working on another lawnmower. We're about to work through my pile of lawnmowers. This is a Husqvarna, and I don't know much else about it. Let's dig into it and see what happens. We do know that it does have oil in it, and the oil is fairly clean. So with that said, let's give the rope a tug and see if she'll actually light or if we got other issues. And I'm betting we have other issues. It does have some fuel in the tank. It's still just not lighting off. Let's do the norm. Let's check spark, make sure we have that, and then we'll move on. Now we got ourselves a genuine spark checker here, so we're gonna hook that up. I'm gonna hold the handlebars down on the mower, and then we're gonna give it a tug and see if we got sparks or not. There we go. That was interesting. It actually started that time. Sounds like we got a choke stuck on. It's sitting there running super rich. Just Let's go ahead and pull this off and get into here and see if her choke is actually functioning or not. Because it sounds like she's not functioning. Let me grab an 8mm. We'll pop that top off there. Well, that gets the recoil and everything off there. Well, we have our first sign somebody else has been here. Our crankcase breather is not attached. It's just hanging out in the breeze. So this is a choke rod running across here. And this is supposed to unchoke as it heats up. This part right here heats up with the muffler. And it slowly does this, and that turns the choke off. However, we are choking ourselves to death in the meantime. So let's see what we got going on with that. I'm going to pull the breather off, and we'll see if we can make this thing try to start with the breather off to see if the choke's actually working or not. One thing is certain, somebody's in here before us. This bolt was missing, one of these was missing. Like I said, the vent line was off. Now we're going to start this up and see if our choke is actually going to function or not. And the carburetor, when this starts, this should start opening up like that. Not sure what's going to happen. Well, as you can see, there's gas just blowing back out of this carburetor. It's all down here, but it's just poofing out. So we got ourselves a genuine carburetor issue. Who would think that we'd have a carburetor issue? I would have. And this plate holds them on, so it's just sitting in here. Pop this back off here. Take off our choke linkage. Then we'll do our throttle linkage. Governor linkage. And there's the carburetor. All right. Let's see what ails this thing. Pop our bowl off here. And we will go ahead and right there's some more tracks. We are certainly not the first ones here. I'm not surprised though. We'll make some track with our own. Yowie, I stabbed myself in the finger. Yeah, there just isn't a whole heck of a lot you can actually do inside one of these. This is all there is to it. I mean, I would love to have some sage words and tell you how to adjust and everything else. There just isn't any adjustment to it. Thank you, EPA. We can have everything run like crap and not be able to adjust it so it runs great. Slide our float pin out. Needs just a little bit of an assist here. There we go. And this is what I'm interested in. Yep, there's a little, down inside this hole where the float needle sets is a little seat. It is just a rubber washer. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but it is definitely down in there. So that's what we wanted to make sure of, is that that was actually there. Right down in there. I can see that that jet's clean. We know it's getting plenty of fuel, so the jets being dirty aren't the issue. Not much to do to it. We'll give it a shot before we just replace it. Push that back in place. We can see that our seat's in there, and we know that our float needle looks pretty good. So it's probably not causing an issue. Slide that in there like that. Turn our carb around, it goes down in there. Grab our float pin. I tried. All right. There we go. Let's give it the test. Blocked off. Yep, that's working. Wonder why it's running so stinking rich. Don't know. Let's move on. We know that our choke can shut off. We also know it's running super rich, even with the choke open. Let's get this carburetor back on there, then we'll check and see if we have a valve issue or not. All right, disassembly is in reverse. Reassembly is in reverse to disassembly. That goes in there. And then this goes in here. And we'll slide all this back on. Such as that. These are, probably ought to hook our fuel line up before we release it, I suppose. All right, we're not going to slide our clamp up just yet. We just want to make sure everything is going to work like it should. All right, we're going to start it up one more time and see if there's any difference. I don't suspect there's going to be. Is it possible this is that plugged up? For testing purposes, let's put our air box back on and stick this on there and see if it gets worse. Because we tried to run this with it off, and it wouldn't run with the crud. So let's give it a try. We really didn't do much inside that carburetor. You would think that if the carburetor was the issue, it would have shown up. And it didn't. Let's put our one screw that we know we have in. And then we should have one more that goes into the carburetor body, because of course it's missing half of them. Well, it's on there good enough for our testing. Slap that baby back on there. Now let's start it up again and see if she runs super rich or if she's going to behave herself. All right, we're going to check and see if this blade is, crankshaft is bent. And I'm just going to eyeball it at first. I have the spark plug wire off, so don't freak out about that too much. Oh yeah, it's bent. This is the bolt in the center of the crankshaft. And I'm going to spin this, and you can see that wobble. Yeah, she wobbles all over the place. I think that is considerably better. Probably not perfect, but very few used mowers are perfect. But I'm thinking that's a lot better. All right, we'll do our normal method of operation here. We're going to sharpen this blade up and also drain the oil at the same time. We ran this some, so the oil is quite a bit warmer than it usually is when we change it. But that's pretty stinking thin anyway. Yeah, that's pretty thin. Now I know it's vitally important that you see me putting oil back in this. So that's the reason I'm showing you that I'm putting oil in it. And we'll recheck our Earl. See where we're at. At the very bottom of the stick, and if I put it all the way in, we're right there at the full mark. Ding, ding. See it right there? Yeah. Well, if you can't see it, you'll have to trust me. It's right at the full mark. We'll run a little bit, and then we'll recheck it. We may have to add just a touch, but we don't for now. And the cylinder's got a ton of oil in it, because I had it up on its side. So it's going to smoke like the dickens when it starts back up. Put our top cover back on. This is a spark plug at it. You can see how much oil there is in that cylinder. It was actually closing up the gap. Looks fairly new. It is a Briggs & Stratton plug. I'm going to reinstall the spark plug. Torqued. By the way, I torqued the blade back on too, with an actual torque wrench. I know, if it's not on camera, it didn't happen. All right, I don't think I have one of these. I'm going to go look and see. Well, as luck would have it, I do not have one of these. So we're going to stick this one back in for now, and I'll get one ordered up. Alrighty, I'm going to start this thing up again, and it's going to smoke like the dickens because we just had it on its side. It's going to smoke more than my ex-father-in-law. Here we go. All right, what do we spend on this thing? We have about 2 air filters for $8.99. And so basically, we got $4.50 into an air filter. We got a couple of bucks in oil, and we had a cable that we already had off of another donor mower. So we're into this thing, once again, less than $10. We straightened the crankshaft on it, rather barbarically, but we did it nonetheless. And we also went through the carb on it. Wasn't much happening there. All I know is running rich before, and now it runs good. It's running rich even with the choke off. It's spewing gas out. So I think there was something underneath that float needle. Got it out. That's taken care of. Outside of that, the regular tune-up stuff we do. Once again, oil change, sharpen the blade on it, check the spark plug, all that kind of stuff's done on it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Always like it when you tune into Mower Repair. Make sure you subscribe, like the video. That would be wonderful too. Doesn't cost you a thing, and it really helps me out. And thanks for watching. That's really, thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for helping my channel grow. I do appreciate it. And as always, God bless.